We are back. Larry, Nick, Marty. We're like a tripod.
3 legs.
Say something, Larry. You got to contribute to this, man.
I have nothing to say. I'm a friend.
Okay.
Isn't it funny how it's so distinctive? I mean, I guess whatever region you're from in the world, whatever country, whatever language you speak, you can immediately tell when somebody is from your country as well. Like, I went to the Brazilian steakhouse like an hour away from LA, Texas to Brazil last week. And majority of the people there, like 95%, 99% of them aren't Brazilian. But it just so happened that our waiter was. He said like 3 words and I was like, "You're Brazilian, huh?" He was like, "Como que você sabe?" And I was like, "Bro, I could hear it in your accent."
I mean, we're Brazilian. That's why we could tell. There's a guy on Instagram. I don't know if you guys have seen it. He's like bald with a mustache and he makes fun of Brazilians who speak English with an accent. He like exaggerates the fuck out of the accent. He talks just like Larry was talking here in the beginning.
Like how he normally talks.
Oh, you talking about Larry?
Yeah.
Yes. I speak the English I learn. When I come from Brazil, I come and I learn here English.
Yeah, dude. I could tell from a mile away when a Brazilian person is speaking English. Like, I could tell they're Brazilian.
Yeah, my girl could now tell as well. Because
really?
We've been together for a long time. So now she gets it. And she kind of makes fun of everything that I say or like my mom says. Brazilians, for the most part, when you don't know proper English, they usually add a E sound to something. Like instead of saying big, you say biggie. Good, right. It's Gucci. Yeah. My mom does the opposite, where she literally removes sounds. So like instead of saying Lionel Richie, she'll say Lionel Rich. It's funny. It's consistent with anything that has like a E at the end. Naturally, in the English language, she takes it out. A lot of people are surprised when they find out that I'm Brazilian. Dude, why is this happening right now?
Look, he's going to blame me. Watch.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm the technical difficulties guy, and then you want to blame me for all your technical bullshit that I got.
Nah, this shit was happening a little minute ago. I don't know why. Sorry, hold on.
Oh, you moved your office into your bedroom, Nick?
Yep.
Why don't you make an office in the garage like Larry?
Fuck no. My garage is filled with shit.
Bro, I have to battle to keep this garage in check, and it's a fucking mess 98% of the time, bro. It drives me nuts.
Is it you or is it your girl?
It's everyone. Everyone just dumps their shit here and I have to deal with it. Sucks, bro. That's the only thing about like when I bought this house, I didn't think about, having an office downstairs. I like other things about the house, but like the fact that I don't have an office.
I mean, but you do now though, right? Where you're at.
It's good, but like I don't even put the computer out here yet because it's too fucking hot. So like I don't even want to bring like the Mac Studio out here and
yeah, especially in Florida too. Oh my god, I can't imagine how hot it must get in there.
Did you ever get an AC unit installed in your garage?
I literally just got a quote today. The guy charged me, I think it was $3,800.
Dude, you still don't have an AC in your garage and summer's basically almost done?
It's basically over.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Summer's never over in Florida, guys.
It's not.
No. Today, it has been really nice. Like, during the day, it has been super nice. I went in a pool. It was, like, nippy. It's looking bright for us here in Florida.
So, Nick, do you want to talk about what happened last week?
Do I have to?
No, I asked if you wanted to.
Yeah, sure. Why not? I mean, I haven't posted anything about it. I don't really put my private life too much out there. I'll come out and say it, all right? I like putting my toys now in my friend Larry's butt. And I enjoy doing that.
I was not expecting that.
No, Nick.
Sorry, I didn't know you didn't want your business out like that.
No.
Damn, Nick, you just exposed Larry, bro.
I mean,
Nick, yeah, share what, share with us what you've been up to, man.
Well, on that note, I got married.
Nice, Nick. Congratulations, buddy.
I'm the last one of the tripod to fall in line.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it, I guess. So how was it? How did it come out? What was the experience like? What did you feel?
Honestly, it was so rushed. I didn't get to feel much. Like, obviously, you know, at the moment when you're getting married, it's like there's a lot of emotions coming through, but there was just so many things. It just all feels rushed that you don't get to sit there and like bask in the emotions. But it was nice. We did an intimate court marriage at Santa Barbara Courthouse, which I don't know if you guys ever seen it before, but it's absolutely gorgeous. It looks like something straight out of a movie.
I love Santa Barbara. It's so beautiful out there.
It's so dope. That's the second time I've ever been there, and I'm like, damn, I low-key got to come here more often. It's an hour away from where I live, and it's low-key worth the drive.
Bro, I saw a video and Zayden looked so cute, bro. He was just standing there looking at the camera, not knowing what was going on.
Dude, so nobody like really filmed it unless it was on their iPhone, but I grabbed my camera, put a 70 to 200 and put it on a tripod. Had the perfect shot and it filmed everything until it was time for me to kiss her. Zayden steps in the camera and the focus jumps to Zayden. So,
I love it.
Wow.
So Zayden's in the foreground and then we're in the background. I mean, you can still see us. You
No,
can
it's
see
still
everything.
amazing, bro. It was.
Yeah.
I saw it. I was like, "Yo, this video is so epic, bro."
Yeah. It was,
Even
it was
though,
dope.
like, yeah, I thought it was like part of it, you know, because like it
Right.
focused on him and he was just standing there, like,
He was just stuck standing there. It was so funny because I wanted him to be our ring bearer, but you know, with toddlers, they're unpredictable and uncontrollable, so you don't really know what's going on.
Yeah.
But he was good, and he brought us the rings. And then once he brought us the rings, like that was it. Like he was gonna stick around because he
Right.
obviously doesn't know what's going on, so he just kind of stuck around. And something that was really symbolic that I thought was really dope is as I'm repeating, it's not the vowels. I don't know what it is. It's like, you know, when you're putting the ring on the finger and you're saying a certain thing. He's literally standing underneath us, and he waits till I finish to walk like between us, and I thought it was so dope. It felt like there was like a meaning of like, okay, I'm crossing that threshold.
Wait, so when did you get engaged?
Christmas of last year.
Oh, okay. Wait, did you always knew you were gonna elope?
Yeah. I mean, our plan is to have an actual ceremony in Brazil, probably around like 2028, and do something, you know, a lot more extravagant. So we wanted to just do something simple for now. Damn, I just realized there's so many things that I got to do now, like as far as documentation and stuff like that. Not so much me, but more so her. She has to, because she changed her name. So now she has to change it on everything.
Yeah, dude, I got so much of that stuff to do too. So crazy.
Damn,
Still?
you guys.
What do you mean?
Yeah, I was about to say, you guys got married years ago.
Yeah, but she didn't change her name yet, so she's got to still do all that. But also, like, the kids got to get Brazilian passports, Brazilian birth certificates, all that. You know.
Yeah, I'm in the process of that right now.
Shit, my daughter has more Brazilian documents than I do.
No way, she has a Brazilian passport?
Yeah, Brazilian passport and a CPF. I don't even have a CPF.
But now you have to get a CPF.
Yeah, they told me
Yeah.
that at the consulate. They told me that.
Bro, some things are easy for people and hard for others. That's one of those things that to me, it's difficult, bro, to deal with the papers and the reading and the
I
this
hate
and
it
that.
so
Nah,
much.
but when did you do it? Because I'm the same way. I hate dealing with paperwork and stuff like that. And I just
dude.
did it last week, and it was very easy. Like, I was shocked at how easy it was. I haven't got it fully right now, but it's in the process. And I literally went on YouTube, and I was like, how do you get a CPF? And the guy was just explaining it, and it's literally sending an email with like 4 or 5 documents, and that's it.
I don't know, dude. I did it, but if it wasn't for my mom, it wouldn't have get done. My mom definitely be the one that like, tem que mandar esse papel, da 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 da. You know what I mean? I'm just like, all right, yeah, and I just send all of it and just do it all.
Dude, I'm lucky that my wife loves doing that shit.
Oh,
She's all into it. I don't do any paperwork. She does everything, bro.
I mean, you're also the only one with a Brazilian wife, which helps a lot when it comes to those documents.
Yeah, that does help. But even for her to get her green card, like, she did all the paperwork. I didn't really have to do anything. I just signed a few things and printed out, like, a photo album and shit.
My girl's low-key the same. Like, she'll take care of a lot of the document stuff. I don't have the patience for it. I just put it off, and then it's like a year later, and I'm like, damn, I still didn't do that shit.
yeah, that's me. But yeah, my girl's not. She'll do it, but I end up doing it sometimes too. I ain't gonna lie. Like I end up picking up a lot of that stuff. But
Yeah.
I think that's such a hack in terms of having a wife. Like the reason I think having a wife makes you stronger is because like two heads are kind of going in the same direction, so you're able to accomplish more. At least that's what I feel like. Not everybody can do that, like, you know, with their relationships. I've obviously, like, not every marriage is like as supportive one-on-one, but for us, like, that makes a huge difference, yo.
It really does. I can't imagine having a really bad marriage. That must be horrible.
I don't feel like anybody intentionally like seeks out to be in a bad marriage. I think situations just happen.
No, it's just like they ended up with the person that wasn't compatible with them, and they only realized it afterwards, you know?
Yeah.
Or even like having kids. That must be so heartbreaking, having to leave your kid, you know, live in a separate house.
And I will also say that there's a lot of times where you get married before even living with your wife. I don't know. I think living with my girl definitely made a big difference as far as you can really tell how that person is, because even though in the beginning of our relationship we didn't live together, but we would be at each other's places every single day, it's still different than literally living together and having to share the space with that other person.
I think that's super important for you to live with the person first. And unfortunately, sometimes people with religious backgrounds aren't able to do that, you know? And unfortunately, sometimes it can lead to divorce because you've never lived with the person and now you have to spend the rest of your life with them. Suddenly find out your like pet peeves and shit, like things that they do that annoys you. That must suck.
Yeah, dude, that must be so insane to have a bad marriage, you know? And like it happens over time too. It doesn't necessarily happen like right off the bat, you know. Over time it can happen, but it just depends on the type of person. A lot of times they just don't see those red flags in a way, you know, like until later on, and then it starts to like compound. And
I think a lot of times you end up ignoring the red flags because you think the love will overcome all that stuff, or I think a lot of people have the hopes that somebody's going to change.
Biggest mistake right there.
Which people do change. I do think that we naturally evolve, because look at us now compared to 10 years ago. We're different versions of ourselves. And I tell my girl this all the time, or I've told her a lot, where I was wild. Like you guys know, like I was a wild child. And me and my girl would have for sure not have been together 10 years ago. I think we met each other at the perfect time in my journey and in her journey as well, to be as compatible as we can be.
Dude, I talk to my wife about that all the time. I feel like 10 years ago, we would have totally not been compatible. We were looking for different things in life, you know. It was just meant to be. It was just like at the perfect time.
Dude, you didn't even want to get married. Literally, you didn't want to get married ever.
Yeah, exactly. I wanted to be a bachelor forever, bro. Like no kids and just living the life, you know. But I guess life had other plans.
Damn, I've always wanted kids. Like since I was young, I wanted kids.
No, maybe that's something that I would want, but not like, I never imagined myself with a family per se, you know?
Right.
Maybe just
but
like
then,
kids here and there.
But like that also shows like the immaturity of you at that moment in time. Because imagine raising a kid without a mom.
No, now that I do have a family, I see how important it is for the kid's life.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Super important to have a mom and dad, bro. Like you can show a great example of what it should be in a relationship, you know. If the kid sees mom and dad always fighting, that's what they're going to end up doing when they're older. It just doesn't paint a good picture for them to follow. But if they see that the mom and dad love each other, their standards is going to be that, you know.
I would agree with that most of the time, but I would say also not all the time. You know, there's a lot of times where a kid grows up in a bad home and they're like, I don't want that for my life, for my future family. Or they grow up in a great home and they end up becoming that bad person in the relationship.
Yeah, but at least they have that example. Right. And it's also like not in the person's control to find the right partner. Like that's partial luck. Like how can you control the right person to be your partner for the rest of your life? You can't.
For me and Joanna, it's important that each of us get to still do what we want to do without having to like think, oh, my partner's not gonna like this, you know. And I feel like that's something that's kind of hard to find, you know, somebody that allows you to be you and do the things you want to do without obviously, like, I'm not out here doing something that would like harm the kids or put too much stress on her. But obviously, there's moments where it's like she's got to pick up the slack, and then there's moments where I pick it up, where it's like Monday night I go play soccer, she puts the kids to bed. Saturday morning she went to Pilates. I had the kids, watched all the kids. So it's like we have a good communication with one another, so that we could do still what we want to do, but still also have the kids and care for the kids and everything.
Yeah, I think that's super important, dude.
Yeah.
Especially in the beginning of my son's life. It was a little bit difficult for my wife because she did have a C-section, so her recovery was wild. And to stay sane, I still needed to go out to the gym and play some basketball. And then it just became like a jealousy thing where she was like, dude, you're allowed to go do what you want, but I can't do what I want, And we found balance. Like nowadays, she's always going out doing her thing, whether it's boxing, Pilates, or, she works as a marketer for 2 different companies. So there's a lot of times, at least 2 times out of the week, where she's out and she has to work for 4 or 5 hours out of the day. But also for me, I have to film, and there's times where I'm out for the entire day, and it's just a matter, it's like you said, it's like picking up the slack. Nobody's going to be at 100% every day. No. And but that cup needs to be at 100 together.
Yeah. Bro, I have to continuously push myself to remember the goals and dreams and the ambitions that I singly have myself personally. Have you seen Steph Curry's wife come out and saying all this stuff about how she feels about her marriage?
Yeah. Wild to say it like publicly too, dude. Like it's one thing to talk to your husband about that stuff, but I don't know. I feel like she invites negative energy into her marriage.
But I understand, but it's so difficult, right? And then to have like the public in on it too is kind of a lot. It's true. But basically, she's saying that she thought that she would be, somewhere in her own career, not just Steph Curry's wife. She wanted to do her own things too. Like, and I get it, you know what I'm saying? But it's like a sacrifice that I feel like I have to sacrifice. I've had to, but I still am doing my passion anyways, but for her, maybe it's not like her. It's like full wife, full mom.
But I think that's her fault though. Like what is stopping her from also doing her own things? Like you see other NBA wives that have multiple children and they're doing their own thing as well.
But you got to think this is like like he's the greatest basketball player right now. Him and LeBron, basically.
Arguable.
There's probably so much opportunity for him. She's got to pick up the slack more than he does when it comes to family life, when it comes to doing these things,
Undoubtedly.
Maybe he's not the type to be like, yeah, babe, go ahead. Maybe he's like, no, I don't know. We don't know what they are doing behind closed doors, so we can't really understand. But I can see how that can impact someone, being just like, oh yeah, whatever they want. It's all about Steph. It's all about Steph. It's like, what about her? You know what I'm saying? Like she needs her life too,
It must be like that with like the son of a celebrity who their father is known for something.
Yeah.
And they just get labeled as the son of,
Yeah.
or the daughter
exactly.
of. It just must put them in the box where they feel like they could be a lot more, but it's sort of tarnished with their parents' legacy.
I definitely get that, and I sympathize with that, or empathize, whatever the word is. But I also think that you can make your own name, dude, and you can do your own thing.
Yeah, you can.
And I think
people have done it.
Yeah, people have done it. I feel like people end up limiting themselves because of that. They're like, oh, yeah, my dad's Michael Jordan. I'm never going to be as good as Michael Jordan. Okay, go be the Michael Jordan of something else. Doesn't have to be fucking basketball.
It does take that extra effort, though. Like for me, like right now, I'm trying to post every single day, which I wasn't doing the last 5 years. Since I've had kids, I got married, I haven't been posting every single day. It was like not top of mind. And so in order for me to do that, something has to be sacrificed. So it's like Saturday night, Friday night, the nights that like I would go out to dates and do this or go to sleep early, I'm not. So it takes that extra step and that extra push for you to get to this other whole new venture. You know what I'm saying? When it's like Steph Curry's already needing to go to basketball games, practice, opportunities, commercials, all these things going on all times. You know what I mean? So it's like she don't got the time, but she would have to like sacrifice something in order for her to have time to do something that's different. And
I mean, yeah, I get that. Just like he has to sacrifice family time in order to be a great basketball player. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
everybody has to
gotta
sacrifice something. But also at the same time, she's also blessed to be in that position. Thus, she has the resources to hire nannies, to hire her aunts, to hire people that she's already comfortable with to help take care of the kids so she can do her own things. I feel like she has a victim mentality. At least on that interview that I saw, it sounded more like a victim mentality. And it's almost like a jealous thing.
I haven't seen the interview, but that's what it's sounding like for sure.
I didn't watch the whole thing. I watched like clips of it, but it rubbed me off the wrong way. I'm like, dude, who's stopping you from doing any of this? Like, you could do your own career. Like, there's other NBA wives that have their own careers doing their own things.
It's just tough. It's just really tough. You know what I mean? It probably is really, really tough. We're at a small level. And I already sense like, yo, I basically don't have time to do anything else besides the business, the YouTube channel, like all these things that are going on, like and the kids and this. You don't have that much time. I get it, and at that level, it must be even more, bro. It must be so insane how much opportunity comes to him. And
yeah, but at that level, you also delegate a lot of the work. Like you usually have an assistant, multiple assistants that can do a lot of the groundwork.
From the outside looking in, it just seems like a very limiting mindset.
It's not a good look for sure,
It's not a good look. She sounds ungrateful. It's like, oh, my husband's so perfect in every single way. Like, he loves our kids and he's an amazing basketball player, but I want to do my own thing. Like, wait, what?
But it's valid. You know what I'm saying? It is
I'm not saying it's not valid. Like, you should do your own thing, but like I thought I'd be doing this and I thought I'd be doing that mentality, as opposed to going and doing that.
We don't really know the specifics, right?
No, for sure.
We don't know who actually takes care of the shit, who takes care of all the bills, who takes care of all the... There's so many aspects of it, Maybe she's the one that's like taking care of all the finances and all this and all that and all this stuff that like literally takes up everything, bro. And it's like, you do have extra time. You can. In this world now, it's like anything is possible. So I agree with you, but I also understand, because I've felt like that before. I felt like, damn, I need to like give my all to this thing, to grow Joe, to this project that's working. I can't give myself to anything else. It's not even, you know what I mean? Sometimes I still battle with that, but
there's only so much time you have.
Yeah.
So, if you see that something's working out, then you're going to put more fuel into that fire, versus the other ones.
Yeah, bro. Even like when, these guys get hired for Meta or like these Google big corporations, they pay them so well and they call it golden handcuffs because they are locked in to this job and they're getting paid so well. But it takes so much time from their life that like it basically locks them in this cage where it's like they don't have the luxury to go and do whatever they want to do. They have to still put in the hours and put in the work. But they're getting paid hella.
That's the wife. Like what you said about the finances, she can pay somebody to do that. And it's like, my girl has mentioned like something to the point where she's like, damn, I don't feel like I have any time to do anything and this and that. And I'm like, I'm always the person, I'm like, hold on. You had 15 minutes here. You had 20 minutes there. You had an hour over here. I get it. Like, you're tired, but there's certain things that you might not be prioritizing at that point.
I understand. I do, but I get it. It is possible. I'm literally living proof of it because I'm literally trying to post every single day. I'm on my computer till midnight, literally, bro. Like, just trying to get something. I want to get something out. I want to get something out.
But also, like, in your situation, you're also the business partner as well. Like, it's you two. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. In her situation, she's not out taking shots and 3-pointers. She can't do anything that's going to make him better basketball player aside from making sure his personal life is good. But
which is a lot.
Well, no, I'm not saying it's not a lot. Like that does take a lot. Being a mom, a stay-at-home mom, is a lot for sure. Yeah. But with the resources that she has, I feel like the point that I was getting to with my girl is like, it's okay to ask for help. It's okay to want help. It's okay for you not to do this. You don't have to feed him. You don't have to do this. You don't have to do nap time with him. You don't have to give him a shower. I can do it, or somebody else can do it. And I feel like sometimes it might be like ego or pride that gets in the way, where it's like, nah, I have to do it. Okay, but now you're limiting yourself.
I don't know. I guess it's like also a sense of control in a way, because like you want to do it a certain way and you don't think anyone else can do it the same way, you know? So it's also like fear of delegating stuff.
And that could be detrimental. Like you oppose that on yourself. Like I've seen it with my girl where she's like super stressed and I'm like, dude, you don't have to do this yourself. Right. You know that, right? Like we're partners here. I can do all of this.
We also allow ourselves to get to that stress level, right? You have the control of how you react to things. People that can control that, like still be in a good mood, even though they shouldn't be, like that's power right there.
It is, bro. And that, I feel like the higher up, it must get more intense.
It's like people wanting to be famous versus like a Justin Bieber that literally can't do anything like a normal human being can because he's so famous.
Yeah, that must really fuck up like your psyche, right? Like always having to kind of keep your guards up everywhere you go. Like you can't feel relaxed at all. That must suck.
Earlier, I think it was last year, we were in a little bit of a dispute. Don't want to mention too much about it, but there was a dispute, you know, with another company. And bro, I was living paranoid, bro. Everywhere I went, all my emails, on my phone, who's calling me, trying to, you know what I'm saying? And it's just these things that you make up in your head because of certain situations, you know, going on. So it's like, oh, what the heck? Imagine on that level where it's like we're saying.
Just a thought of having a stalker or multiple stalkers would creep the fuck out of me.
You sure that would creep you?
I think so. If like I knew someone was trying to figure out where I am at all times, wouldn't it creep you out?
Yeah, fuck yeah, yo.
Like even when Speed was like streaming for 30 days straight, people knew exactly where he was. Like that, I would feel so paranoid.
But in a way, I guess it's like the sacrifice you make. You know, that's so crazy that we sacrifice this. Like we as people sacrifice our whole life to get attention, to build their connection with their audience. Ultimately, I think that's what it comes down to. Like, of course, the money's great and everything, but like, bro, the connection with somebody on the other side of this camera is probably like the craziest thing you can do. You know what I mean? Like being able to like connect with people like that at that level where they look up to you or they feel inspired by you or they like watch all your content. Like that's so wild, you know, that someone can know you like that.
And you don't know anything about them.
You don't know anything about them. You couldn't even pay someone to be that person. You know what I mean? That would like be interested in knowing about you, what you like, what your story, where you're going to, you know what I'm saying? People are doing it for free. Like they're paying to support you even, you know?
Yeah. Fame is definitely not for everyone too, though. So much shit comes with that.
And you always got eyeballs on you. Like you can't do shit.
Like you have to just think about shit that normal people wouldn't think about, you know? Like even as far as like weird camera angles, you know? I'm sure they think about that too. It's like, what if there's a paparazzi right here or right there? Would it make me look weird in this angle? I don't know. I can just imagine what they think of, especially when their whole career is based off their image, you know?
Bro, literally, when I was getting married last week and we were taking pictures, two random people like at different times just came up and started recording us and we didn't know who the fuck they are. And like my wife is like, should we say something? That's kind of weird. And I'm like, whatever. Like I didn't really necessarily care because there was like so many other people also getting married. I just thought it was like, oh, this guy's just showing somebody getting married over here. I don't know. But it was weird. It was definitely weird.
But that doesn't stop you guys. You guys still want to be famous.
Why is that? What is the root of all this? Like, why do we want this so bad? Like,
why?
Why do you want it, Nick?
I mean, again, we've talked about this. It's not necessarily the fame that I'm going after. I'm going after the money. And then in in what we do, the fame follows the money and vice versa. The money follows the fame.
I find it kind of hard to believe that that's what you're in this for, is the money.
Why?
Because I think
there's
that there's
other ways of making money, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
There's
but
so many other ways
I'm
of making money.
Yeah, but I'm not totally 100. It's not 100% like I'm just in this for the money. I'm in this because I love what I do. I love filmmaking. I love seeing people's reactions to my stuff. Like I enjoy that. But there's other aspects of fame, as you said. Like I don't want to be in public and I'm like picking my nose and people are like, "Oh, look, that's Nick right there." I'm like, "Fuck!" Like I can't even scratch my balls in public. There's downsides to it. You know, it's not just the money, but the money is for sure the main aspect of it. Like I want to make a living of something that I love doing. Like I would love to make money on the stock market as well, but I don't have passion for that.
Or you don't even have to be in front of the camera. You could be behind the scenes. Like you could strive to be a director, not an actor or someone in front of the camera.
I like content creation and being in front of the camera, like acting and challenging myself in certain things. I have wild facial expressions. Like I enjoy the whole aspect of creating. My favorite thing might just be the direction portion of it, but my second favorite thing that's probably just as equal is the acting aspect.
That's what I'm saying. The money part of it, how do you even know that this can bring you money? Like, is it because you saw other people making money through this? Or like, what gave you the idea like, yo, I'm going to pursue this and this is going to support me financially?
Well, I definitely think that my ambition has changed over time. Maybe when I did begin this, it was fame that I wanted, and then over time, it's like, I don't really give a fuck about that necessarily. I know it's going to come also with it, whether I like it or not, but I enjoy being comfortable from this and having money and doing things that I love to do. And I guess it's not that I don't like fame. Like I still would want to be famous to a certain extent, like a certain level. I wouldn't want to be like a Justin Bieber famous, but I've gotten free meals because people know who I am. That's fucking dope. That's cool. I gotten free shit because of people know who I am. I've gotten to like cut lines and get in certain places.
I agree.
That's the cool part about fame.
That's the cool part about it is that you get to connect with people. Like I was like thinking like, yo, imagine having the power to go anywhere. Like we were in Toronto and be like, yo, meet up. Boom, 50 people, 25 people, whatever. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Or the connections, right? So like they know you're in Toronto, so you get like free hotels. You could eat at a restaurant for free. And it's like if you just have money, then you have to pay your way through that, to get those experiences. But a person with fame, they can get it all comped because they're famous.
It's so stupid though, because when you're famous, then you got the money to pay for it anyway, so you end up not even wanting things for free because it usually comes with something. It's like, I'll give you for free, but I want something else in return. You'd rather just pay for it.
It's like those rappers that hand you a mixtape in South Beach,
and then what?
And then they want money for it. Like they're handing me a CD, but they want me to pay for it.
No, it's free. It's just a donation.
I have thought about, the whole like trying to get famous and stuff. I just feel like we saw this whole internet thing and this internet fame happening and we're like, yo, we could do this. We could be these people. Even before the internet, bro, I have a video of me when I was probably 11 with a pink do-rag on and a pink Von Dutch hat. So just saying whatever to the camera, just like selfie version on my, mini DV tape camera. Selfieing, you know what I'm saying? It's like before all this shit, before YouTube, before all this shit, we naturally had that tenacity to be in front of the camera and behind the camera. Me and my sister would do hurricane would happen and we would be filming, the hurricane. Yeah, Hurricane Wilma, pretending to be the newscast and stuff.
I've done that too. Yeah, well, to me, it's always been about being able to entertain and also capture ordinary moments and make them somehow magical, make them better than what it was in real life. If that's editing, if that's music, if that's the way you cut things, whatever. I've always been intrigued by that, getting some small dull moment and making something so cool out of it, making something from nothing, basically.
I mean, we were doing this shit before it was YouTube, before it was Facebook, before it was MySpace. We were already doing what we do now. Shooting, editing, creating something, some sort of a emotional aspect, wanting people to feel something. I think at the core of it, that's what it is, having that passion, that love for it.
Yeah. And like also I remember when we used to do like vlogs here and there before YouTube was even around, we would post them like on MySpace, and like we would attract local people that loved the vlogs basically, you know? They would want to hang out with us just because they knew we were filming stuff.
And we did like party invitation, video party invitation. Like I think the whole thing was driven by us being passionate. Bro, that time we went to LA, the first time we ever went to LA and we met Rob Dyrdek, that right there, I think, was the pivotal moment in my life, bro. Swear on everything I love. That was a pivot. So much happened that trip. Remember? We got to LA, had deleted the YouTube account. Me and Marty were like, no way, bro. We had just hit like 5,000 subscribers.
Damn.
Yeah, dude. Me and Marty had to spin up a whole new channel. We're like, nah, we're going to do it. Let's keep going, keep going.
That's why it's Uh-Oh Monkey TV instead of Uh-Oh Monkey.
Yep.
I mean, we definitely went through a lot of trial and tribulations, man, for sure. Just trying to make it work, you know? Because, like, on top of that, we also had to pay bills. We also had to get clients in order to make money at all. And trying to balance the two was, like, such a challenge.
It was tough, but it was worth it, though.
E o Nicolas nunca sofreu porra nenhuma.
Nunca sofreu. Chegou aqui, aprendeu tudo facinho.
De mão beijada ainda.
Yeah, I was the only one with a real fucking job while you dickheads were over there trying to fucking run the studio. I was helping pay the fucking rent too.
I'm just glad that one of our friends was able to learn what me and Marty know and do their own thing without me and Marty around. Like, out of all the people, you were able to do that, and that was like super dope for us.
Yeah, because we had like 20 people at one time, and they just slowly drifted out because they found out all the work it takes in order to make things happen, and they just lost interest.
Nah, yeah, you guys definitely gave me the ropes, and it just accelerated everything. But I mean, even though I wasn't doing like filming when I was younger, I was always doing entertainment type stuff. Like I remember every weekend my family used to come together with these other families, and me and the kids, we would always do like a show. So we would be watching like Aaron Carter or something like that, and we would be performing. Like we would do like a talent show for them, like being a magician or something like that. I was always for sure in the performing aspect of it. After like I got a little bit older, and I never really had friends that kind of pushed me in that sense until I started hanging out more with you guys. And then I just naturally was behind the camera because I always feel like I had a wild imagination. So it made sense as far as like being a writer or being an actor. But then I really fell in love with the whole filmmaking aspect, especially from that opportunity from Squad Goals TV when they're like, oh, we want you to create. And that really put me in like the spot where it's like, damn, I don't know how to edit. I don't really know how to shoot. I know Marty and Larry know how to edit and shoot, but I'm not going to fucking ask them to shoot and edit this shit for me. But I can ask them how to do this shit, and then they could give me notes and like teach me these things. Dang, and it just grew up from there.
That's so crazy that you picked up that opportunity and literally learned on the spot.
That opportunity really changed everything, honestly.
What if your kids want to be YouTubers or famous TikTokers? Or how are you going to feel about that?
I have no issues with that.
Yeah, me neither. I'm gonna help.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say go.
I'd be like, all right, cool.
But I do feel like I'm obligated to teach what comes with it, you know, because with this whole like cyberbullying and hateful comments and like her just being recognized everywhere and possibly stalked, like that all comes with it when it comes to fame.
I hope these kids want to do something else, bro. This is cool and all, but it's extremely rare to make a good amount of money with this content thing.
Damn,
yo,
really?
tell that bird in the background to shut the fuck up.
You hear him?
But I mean, there's a lot of people making great money with content.
I know. Then again, it's like not about the money, right? Like it's got to be very passion oriented and
well,
like
all parents worry about the money. Like that's the first thing that my parents thought about when I decided to be a content creator.
Yeah.
Like they're like, wait, what? You know, they don't get it. Especially back then when we first started, there was no one doing it. There wasn't any blueprint. There wasn't even an example of who I can point to and be like, they did it.
Yeah, there wasn't.
Because we were like such pioneers wanting to do this and invent like a new lane.
I mean, I just hope that they find a passion, because I think for me, I found my passion when I was young, and that really helped me understand that this is what I was made to do, or I just felt so good about this that I didn't want to do anything else. And that's what I hope for the kids, is that they find something that they love so much that no matter if they're getting paid or not, they're still willing to do it, you know? And I think that's where we come from. Like I still do stuff for free. I shot for free. I be paying for other people's stuff to get done for them because I want to help and I want to be a part of it. But that's really more so what I like, right? It's like the passion side of it.
Well, but there's also you're always looking at a bigger picture, right? Like you're not just technically doing it for free. Like you are investing in something that you think might bring in a future.
For sure. It's not like I'm just doing it for no reason at all. It is an investment for sure, yeah. But at the same time, I'm okay with nothing coming from it because it's what I love to do. I'm sharpening my skills. But yeah, we got really blessed to have that foresight and that idea of being like, yo, I'm going to stick with this and I'm just going to ride this out. I'm going to be 60, 70, bro. I'm still going to be messing with cameras, taking pictures, doing videos, doing something, you know? So
especially with new tech coming out, it gets you so excited.
Yeah. Especially with AI.
Not even AI, because that just kind of takes away the fun, I think. But I'm talking about like new tools to be able to use, like with like new cameras that have crazy new features that we've never had in the past. New computers that can handle all types of crazy footage on it. I don't know. It's becoming very exciting, especially if you can afford these tools, because not everyone has access to them, you know. But if you could, then it could be like super exciting for you to use these new toys in a way.
Also, Larry, with what you mentioned where you don't want your kids to do this, I see what you mean, just because out here in LA Marty as well, we got to work with a lot of younger kids that were doing this. I feel like most of them were talentless, but the parents had the right connections and they put them in front of the camera. I think with us, we had a passion for something aside from just the fame, because I feel like most of these kids, they want the fame, but they don't have any sort of talent. I think
that's true.
There's people that are famous for being a soccer content creator. You know, you're so passionate about soccer, but then you also create content at the same time. It's like mixing these two things together, as opposed to just being like that model that has 1 million views and like there's nothing there. Like it's baseless.
I think it's going to be an interesting thing to have these kids grow up in this era now. After we see what this has done, we've got like the intro to social media and online content creation, and then once we're like 3 decades in, we got to see what's really going to happen, because all these kids, that's all they want to do is be YouTubers and, you know, create for the internet. So it's like there's got to be other stuff that people want to do. Not everybody can do this shit, bro. Like,
but not everybody wants to do content though. Like I'm learning that there's people that are trying to be as far away as possible from making content. You know?
Yeah.
Even people afraid of getting their pictures taken or whatever. I've dealt with people like that.
Yeah.
So it's
want
like
to be consumers.
Yeah, or they just don't want to be seen in the public eye, you know, at all. Like they like their private lives.
I think with YouTube and these kids wanting to be YouTubers is because that's also like their television. Like I remember being 5 years old, 4 years old, watching Power Rangers and be like, I want to be a Power Ranger. Like that's for sure what I want to do. And because that's what they're consuming as children, they're like, oh, that's so cool. Mr. Beast is doing all these wild things. I want to be him.
Yeah, it looks cool as hell, especially with editing and all that. It makes it super exciting. Like you definitely want to be part of that. Even a movie set is so fucking boring. Even an exciting movie, it could be so boring because it's a lot of like hurry up and wait, you know? A lot of just waiting around for the shot. And not only that, you're not doing like a whole take sometimes. You're just doing pieces of like a scene. It's really boring if you think about it. Only a person that knows the entire vision or what it could be, you know, once it's done, then like that's what propels them to keep going with it, because other than that, bro, it's a boring ass job just being in a film set all day.
Unless you're nerding out.
Unless you're like the director or producer.
But even like working as a background in LA, I was able to like be in the middle of the set and like listen to DPs, listen to rips, listen to the director talking to the actor, bro, like in like real movies, real TV, you know? I was like seeing how they were doing things, and that was exciting to me, but I'm sure it could be super boring for another person that has no interest in that whatsoever.
Bro, I had a conversation with Joanna this week about this, like about wanting to become like a movie maker and actually shoot a first film and everything. And I'm like,
something scripted or like documentary?
Yes, yeah, something scripted. I'm like, yo, I need to like be proximity to these people so that like I can learn like real thing. And then I caught myself and I'm like, I really don't though. Like I really can learn on my own, in my own pace, in my own way, and still make it happen some way, somehow. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't have to be in LA and being part of the movies to see and learn. It's like we literally can just create what we want and that's it. Like there's no stopping it at this point.
And I feel like the best way to learn is to do it.
And especially if you have the funds to do it too, because like even for example, like when we rented a bunch of film equipment, rented a house to film in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, like we made so much content out of that.
Yeah.
And like we managed everything, you know, we didn't have to like learn from anybody else. Like we took care of everything because we had the resources, we had people to help out, and we basically created a bunch of content from it. And that could be done on any scale.
That's the key right now, is to like own the whole entire thing, you know?
Yeah,
Like,
because at the end of the day, like we own the IP for it, you know?
from the production all the way to even like releasing on our app, you know, and having like our own distribution, even to that extent, you know, it's like really trying to create something that can last, you know.
But that's what it's becoming, because like I've seen reports where YouTubers are renting out backlots in like Universal Studios or Warner Brothers, and it's not even like film productions anymore working on a narrative feature or something. It's like Mr. Beast, for example, you know, like renting out the warehouse to make a YouTube video. That's what it's becoming.
I think that also makes me feel excited about the future with this, because like we've gone so long just using what we have to make videos and make things happen with the bare minimum. At some point, we're going to have enough money to do whatever we want, and then it's go time. You know what I mean? Like we could create anything. Like there's no limit to what we can imagine. Like, you know, on a Mr. Beast type situation where he's like, bro, this guy can basically make anything happen just based on money, production, and the team, you know?
I think that's a whole new beast in its own, you know, because...
No puns intended.
Right. We're able to do it with the bare minimal, but it's a whole other thing where you have an entire crew, you have an entire set and all this equipment to manage and people's time. It's a whole other thing as well. You know, it's a whole learning curve. And as we mentioned, the only way that you're really going to learn is by doing it. Like you can read about swimming, you can hear other people talking about swimming as much as you want, until you get in that fucking water and start trying to swim yourself. There's only so much that you're going to really pick up.
I'm also interested in like not just narrative stuff, but documentaries. Like if I had the funds for it, I would love to pick like a person to do a documentary on, or like a specific idea that involves interviewing multiple people, you know, just to get to a point or get to an answer for something.
Dude, I love documentaries. I think from movies to documentaries, I watch documentaries like 10 to 2.
And you've never been interested in creating them?
Oh yeah, no, 100%. Definitely interested in creating a documentary.
No, because it feels like you lean more towards the narrative side.
Well, I just think that that's a great stepping stone, and in what I do, it's the right direction. But that's not to say that I'm never going to do a documentary. Like for sure, I feel like I've done even what we've done. Like these vlogs, if you really think about it, they're kind of mini documentaries of our lives, of like a specific trip or whatever the case may be.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely interested in doing both. Like I would love to have both in my catalog for sure.
Yeah, I think the creating part is pretty interesting though. Like especially when it comes to creating a specific style, a specific emotion that you want to deliver, you know? I personally have been interested in like, it's kind of, I guess, in a way, a trend, like Key and Peele's kind of type of movies. It's like horror, but there's like another action kind of element to it, but it's like kind of like future.
It's like thriller.
It's like thriller, yeah.
I would say psychological thriller for sure.
Yeah, like suspense, and like even like with Sinners, where it was like kind of like a made up fake, you know? It was like kind of like Twilight in a way.
I haven't seen it, so I don't know.
Oh yeah, you should watch it.
But Sinners is also based on like a folk's tale in a way.
That's what I'm saying. That's cool, you know? It's like some made up thing, you know?
I definitely have the dream of being like in a movie set one day. Maybe all three of us, you know, we each have like that director chair and like just basically call the shots on what goes on that day or during the set. That definitely sounds like a dream right there. And just like doing some type of comedy feature, you know, or comedy series. I feel like that would be so fucking cool. Like having to riff with the actors and stuff, you know, like that sounds like a fun time for sure.
I mean, I feel like we definitely planned a lot of it, but we never came down to writing the scripts. But that idea that we had for like the secondary brain was always a dope concept. And, and if you think about it, it's kind of been done with Big Mouth in a way, but very different.
I was looking on your profile, Nick, and like your top video is the video with the condom that you find under your bed.
Right.
That video is hilarious, bro.
Yeah,
and it's got
funny.
So many views, bro.
Yeah.
Like, yo.
20 million. That's crazy. And it's
20
funny because
million.
that video was inspired by a meme that I saw.
Bro, that video's hilarious. Like everything was so good. The intro line, the pace of it, and then the punchline, like that right there, very good skit.
I've literally seen other people copy it shot by shot, every single thing.
I bet. I should do that. I should just copy that shot by shot and I get like 2 million at least.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, maybe.
But it's so funny because you probably didn't like plan for that video to blow up like that, right? Like you just basically did what you always do, and then somehow that one took off. Like we have no control over that whatsoever.
Yeah, like I literally just had a video that I posted that right now it's at like 500,000. It's videos you don't even think about. And the landscape has kind of changed, you know? It's a video where there's this girl that has a bunch of stuff in her mouth. It's like piercings and stuff. It's me peeing, but there's like 4 holes that I'm peeing from.
That one's going viral?
I think on Facebook it hit like 2 million, and on Instagram it's like 500,000.
Oh wow, that's good.
Yeah.
What is your reason, Larry, for wanting to be famous?
I feel like ever since I was young, 3rd grade type young, I always can see myself on stage performing some sort of music. I was like very indoctrinated by Backstreet Boys, and
No way.
yes.
Wait, what? I didn't know about this.
I was like totally into Backstreet Boys, and then even in high school I was like, yo, Chris Brown is the shit. I just always seen, I don't know why, bro. I don't know why I've seen myself doing something with music and doing it on stage. I can't explain it, but I it's just something that I've always thought.
For you, it's more of like a feeling of what it is like to have a crowd cheering for you.
I listen to some music sometimes and I think, fuck, I wish I made this song. And that is the thing that keeps me like trying to make more music. And ultimately, like I don't care so much about being famous or whatever. Like, not really so much about being famous. It's more about the freedom that can come from, you know, these things. Like, if you have, you know, music that people love to hear and your shit's on replay, it's like you're just collecting and let your music speak for itself.
Do you feel like you would ever get like super tired of performing the same songs over and over, especially if you have like one that really takes off and every venue, every fucking person that books you wants you to perform that?
I pray for that. I pray for a song that everybody wants me to keep playing over and over again. I get sick of it and I just have no choice but to continue to do that one song. Like, I hope I'm a one-hit wonder where it's like
for decades.
Yes, bro. Like, give me the biggest one song and that's it. I don't need anything else. Like, I just need one great, amazing song.
Like, you want to be known for that one thing.
Yes, bro. Just like give me one, at least one song. That's all I need is one song that like hits when people play it. They're just like, people would just melt. That's what I would be like.
So you wouldn't get tired of that?
I would, but I would love to get tired of that. That's my ultimate goal in life, is to get tired of a song that I made and I have to play it over and over again. And that, you know, that would be the goal.
What about you, Nick? Do you think you would have to like, because like for you to even like get a feature done, you probably have to watch the movie probably 2,000 times realistically, right, before you put it out?
Oh yeah.
Would you want that for months and months and months? Years maybe?
Yeah, I would want that, but I think there's stepping stones, right? Like I would want to make a short film first, like a 20-minute short film that's really dope, and then feel like I can make the feature, because I wouldn't want to step into making a 90-minute feature just because I know I'm going to mess up in certain points. And it's way better to mess up on something that's 20 minutes long as opposed to all that time and energy into something that's 90 minutes, but not feel convinced of certain things.
I feel like movie making is a gift, bro. I only know one person. I met this guy through Joanna in Toronto that has successfully pulled off like a film that went off to win awards and felt like a film, you know? Like you watch movies that you feel like, that feels like a, you know, like a short film, or it feels like a homemade film. Like this guy, he made it feel like a real film, and he just shot it like with the camera we have, like an A7 III. Like didn't worry about none of that. And I just feel like for some people, it's an art to be a movie maker, to be able to tell the story, you know?
Within 90 minutes.
Yeah, dude. Or whatever, you know, like we shot something with him for our YouTube channel. He actually used to work with Squad Goals. Like before Squad Goals, he was working with them, which is interesting. He made this movie. I forget what it's called. It was a dope movie, bro. And I'm like, yo, and he's just like pushing this one film all over the place.
I'm sure he got tired of it though, right? Like just talking about the film over and over again.
I mean, yeah, but if you create something that people like, go as ham as possible. I'm surprised, Nick, you don't have like a part 2 of that skit. You know, I would be like part 10 deep in that shit. Like I would make when you forget the, you know, the condom in the trash. You know what I'm saying? Like I would have done everywhere you could have left the condom. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because people like it's we gotta look at that as the market. The market love that shit. Don't just skip over, go to the next shit. Fucking bang it again. Do it again. Do it again in Spanish. Do it again in bro, I would do like I put like do black, do Asian, do it all. Like do fucking do everything, bro.
That's funny.
That's what I would do.
I mean you know it worked, right?
You know it worked. So
put more fuel into that fire.
Yeah, dude. I fucking posted a video yesterday on my IG. It's the first. I've been posting every day, 13 days now. The first video to crack 10K in the first day that I posted it. I'm already thinking about 10 other skits I'm gonna do.
Is it the one that staying up late?
Yeah. I'm gonna go to bed.
It was so relatable. It was so relatable.
So I'm the next time I'll be like, nah, I only have one drink tonight. Nigga, by the time stumbling in and shit by the last drink, you know.
Notice how like most of these stuff that gets shared and like blows up, it's always relatable shit.
It is.
Like that video is so relatable because so many times I wanted to stay late, you know, or sleep early and ended up staying late.
Yeah.
Like fuck, dude, it's such a relatable feeling.
I mean, I'd say relatability is definitely a lot easier to go viral, but also there's things that are completely out of the box.
No,
doesn't relate to anything.
Value.
Yeah.
Not even. There's like certain things it's like, wait, like what the fuck did I just watch? Like that wasn't shocking. That wasn't relatable. That was just like, what the fuck? But it's got crazy views.
I think it
yeah,
shows
but then
too.
you see the comments and then you see that those comments are relatable. So like something in there is relatable. The reaction of people is relatable.
Yeah.
You know?
But I saw an interview with Mr. B saying that like you need to create something that no one has ever seen before in order for it to be like viral.
That's so hard to do though. Like
it is, but like I don't know. I never seen any skit like this guy Nick's skit. That was like, or the other skit that you guys both did. That was like Nick walks in and he's got to take a shit, and then
I
you're
love
like,
that skit.
I love that one right there, bro.
I love that skit.
I love that skit, bro. I don't know what it's like. The lighting, the camera angles, everything was fucking perfect on that one. I can't lie.
It's like a horror comedy. Like
I love that, bro.
Yeah, that was
I've
good.
always loved that genre too. Like
yeah.
mixing comedy with horror.
With horror,
that's the best.
oh my gosh, bro. That you never seen before. You never seen that part where it's like the guy opens the door and he got shit all in his face and he looks. You never seen that.
Yeah, it's unexpected. It's like it's twists, you know.
Yeah.
Like you don't know what's gonna happen. You think like a person that's watching that, they don't understand. Like they don't know what's gonna happen after he opens the door. Like him having poop all over his face is the last thing I would think of. Looking like a demon.
Bro, I had so much Nutella on my face.
And that coffee one you guys did with Sue. That one was another banger, bro.
That was the first viral one.
I love that one, bro. That's so good.
And I sort of milked that concept because I did another one where she was hungry. I think it was with another actress, like where she was a zombie and she was like hungry. And then I did the other one that I think you were there too for, but it wasn't like a zombie. It was her basically
Possessed.
Possessed. Yeah. So it was like her being possessed.
I think we overestimate what a viral video is. We think like we're talking 20 million on Nick's video. We're like, oh, like enough people seen it. But yo, there's like, isn't there like 300 million people every day on Instagram or something crazy like that? So like, if you really think about it, only a small percentage of people actually saw that skit on your page, you know?
20 million ain't shit.
20 million is just the surface of that, you know what I mean? We gotta remember that, you know? Remember that. Even like what would Grow with Joe. Like, bro, we're still making the same kind of content 5 years into making now. The same things, workout videos. And there's still new people discovering it every single day.
That's part of being consistent, right? It's like also delivering the same message. Look at Gary Vee. He's always preaching the same shit over and over years.
And people love that, bro. People love that. They want to know.
Because they need to be reminded on what the goal is, right? On what they should do, on what the strategy is, the why.
Have y'all ever seen that clip of Gary Vee kissing his dad?
No.
No.
That shit made me look at him so different after I seen that video.
They kissed on the lips?
Yeah.
Yeah, people be doing that shit.
Yo, that made
Argentinians
me think so
be
different.
doing that.
Yeah, it was just wild. I was like, oh damn, Gary Vee.
Yo, I like this one type of creator. They'll take like weird ass videos of someone like doing something and it'll freeze frame it and then it'll turn to like a sketch version of that person, but it's like botched. Like God.
I've never seen that, but that sounds funny.
Oh my gosh, yo, it's hilarious.
There's a lot of stuff that goes super viral. We can't even explain how. I have a fucking stupid ass video where I'm whistling in the middle of the forest, like the little theme song for the
Harry
movie,
Potter?
the movie Maze Runner with Jennifer Lawrence. Is that what it is?
Oh no, it's
fuck. Where it's like colonies against each other,
Yeah.
right? What is it?
they're like
Damn
killing
it.
each other with arrows and shit.
Yeah, boy, it's super famous.
It's
Why can't I remember it?
I don't know. It just slipped my mind.
It's there's like a maze and everything.
The Hunger Games.
The
Hunger Games.
Yeah,
That's
so
what
I
it is.
basically whistled like a scene of the Hunger Games in the forest and acted like birds were like singing back. And that just went super fucking viral, getting like 10 million views on IG. Completely unexpected, bro.
That's so
Damn.
crazy.
If you didn't do a Harry Potter one, you should do a Harry Potter one.
Yeah.
What do you mean? What would be the idea?
Whistle a Harry Potter theme song and then the bird whistles the rest of it back.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I was basically trying to make it seem like it actually worked. You know, like what happened in the movie could happen in real life.
Right.
So that's why I think it triggered a lot of people. Like, there's no way birds do that. Like, there's even people that reacted to the videos that were like trying to bash on it. It's fucking hilarious. At the same time, though, when something goes viral, just based off experience here, like, you also don't want to be pigeonholed. You know, you don't want to be like placed in a box where you're like, fuck, this thing took off. Now I have to do more of this. And that's what I'm going to be known for, even though this was just a experiment project.
I feel like to Larry's point where he was saying that he doesn't mind blowing up off one song and singing that same song for the rest of your life. We have other ideas. Like Larry's got other music that's good music. So it's like, why not get really famous for that one thing if you already have other good ideas anyways?
I don't care what it is. Just get me out there.
Just give me the eyeballs.
You got to put a tripod in your asshole.
That was random.
That's what Nick. Yeah, see.
Yeah, I'm just
This is
saying.
what
Like
Nick was
if you
saying
said,
in the
you
beginning.
said
This
I don't care. You said I don't care. You said
No,
I don't
I-
care
That's
what
where
it
your
is.
mind went to, huh?
Yeah,
Nick?
yeah,
100%.
exactly.
I'm looking at a tripod right now, and I thought of Larry's asshole.
I think I think creators that think like, yo, I don't want to be stuck in this box, they're doing it for them. But sometimes creators that do put themselves in this box, they do it for the audience. They do it for the people who watching.
Right.
The people watching like it, I'm going to keep giving them what they want. You know what I mean? I don't care what I want. It's not about me. It's about them. But not everybody has that idea either, though, because if you look at like Jay-Z with there's a, I don't know if it's a podcast with, I forget his name. It's like the guy from that mix and masters all the Jay-Z stuff, whatever. But basically he's saying that like you want to do it for you, you know? You want to, what do you like? That's what you want people to like it for you. And I understand that. But at the same time, I'm like, if people are liking something specific, take that as a sign, you know what I mean? To at least give them some more of that, wherever that came from, whatever that is, give them a little bit more of that and then continue to do your thing, but also feed them. Because without them, you're just doing it for you. And yes, that's cool and yeah, that's amazing. But like ultimately, don't you want to please your audience? Like, isn't that part of it? Like, don't you want them to help you continue to, you know, elaborate on this one idea? I don't know.
It's just I feel like people would probably get exhausted from doing the same bit or the same type of videos,
right?
Or, you know, or the same type of song per se. Like,
I mean,
know.
I guess let them get tired of it, right? Because look at like Adam W, for example. He's been creating the same type of content for years. And then now he has some stuff that's a little bit different compared to what he was doing, but it's still within that same realm. But like he slightly changes up the recipe and it still works.
Yeah, dude. Keep giving them what they want, bro. People don't want change. That's one thing that people fear. People fear the change. I think for artists, it's a little bit different because like music is so, it lasts longer than like a sketch. You know, people will go back to that album multiple times and hear that. And then they love that. They gravitate to that. They want that same thing. And then the artist comes and brings something else. It's like, they don't like that. But the artist does need to evolve. So it's like, for artist perspective, I understand it. But from a movie and a content perspective, like we want an Adam Sandler film. We want an Adam Sandler film. Like we don't want it to be something else. You know what I mean? I want to know what I want to know what's coming, you know, when it comes to movies, I guess.
Yeah, but there could be times where it really surprises you. Look at that role that he took on where he was a jeweler.
That was
like
fire.
that's not an Adam Sandler film.
And that was fire.
Yet he got really recognized for that. He got awards for it, and like that was an experimental role. You know,
Something
that's not a usual Adam Sandler role.
But look at when he did that, though. He already gave us multiple hits.
Yeah,
he already did all this Adam Sandler type movies. And then he was able to like bring you something new, you know?
How many times have you been on Instagram and you've seen an account that they literally create like the same damn videos and they're going viral because that account literally creates the same video? Like there's this one guy that he'll be inside of his car and he'll say, oh, today I'm trying the new milkshake from whatever. You know what I'm talking about, don't you?
No, I thought it was some other guy.
Oh, dude, he'll say, I'm trying some milkshake from something. And then it cuts to like the milkshake everywhere and it's all over the car. And he looks like a monster. Bro, his videos are all literally the same exact thing.
So he has to clean up his car every time? Like, how does that work?
I mean, now he's got money. I'm sure he gets it detailed all the time. It's probably not even like his car that he really uses like that.
Dude, I thought you were talking about these other guys I seen recently. They're in the car. And they're eating the most craziest foods and they're throwing up and gagging while they're opening it. And they're like all
Who
over
wants
the
to watch that?
That's wild.
I watch it like, yo.
Yeah, I know this one guy that does the same thing at home where he like somebody will comment like, oh, I bet you won't try like this rotten cheese.
Yes,
and
that guy.
He's like throwing up and trying to eat it at the same time.
Bro,
it's so
I've
nasty,
seen
but I
trends where
can't.
people drink trash juice. I don't know if you've seen that.
Oh my
They like
God.
open up a hole in the bottom of the trash of like someone's kitchen and just drink the juice coming out of it.
That's disgusting, dog.
Yeah.
See? Are you willing
So
to
imagine
do that?
being imagine being pigeonholed for that, and that's all you could do now.
No, okay.
Yeah.
I don't want that. No, I'm good.
Yeah,
you can keep
same.
that.
Yeah, but those people are desperate and they're willing to do
desperate.
anything for fame.
Yeah, they're desperate.
Exactly. I want to find something that's sustainable that I can easily fucking do like every day. You know,
There has to be a balance where you enjoy it.
Yeah,
Somewhat
you gotta
enjoy it.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
But usually if it's sustainable, you end up enjoying it because it's not too much of, it could be a lot of your time, but it's not too much of an effort, you know?
I just don't think it should be top of mind. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we shouldn't really even be having this discussion about like being pigeonholed to shit, you know? Because like the fact that a video can go viral is somewhat kind of rare, you know what I mean? And if you can continuously get viral and get out there and build, like, it's pretty
It's like
freaking
hitting
rare.
the lottery in a way. And it's like incredible to me the fact that one video can change a whole person's life. You know, I've seen that plenty of times where one video made all the difference in the world for
Look
that
at the
one
hug
person.
to a girl. It wasn't even her video.
It wasn't even her video.
And now she made a whole career out of it.
I mean, shit's gone now, but
she still probably
Is
got
it?
bread.
I mean, maybe, but
I'm sure she's still getting booked for stuff here and there.
sure, but she messed it up on herself because she's an idiot. She's a jarhead.
Didn't probably have the background training for it.
No, definitely not.
Do you guys feel like you're ready when the time strikes? Like you would know how to handle all these eyeballs, all this fame, all these things that come with the territory?
I don't necessarily know about that because I've never done it. I've never imagine every single person knows who you are. For the most part, I think that's a little wild. It's unfamiliar territory, but for the most part, we've been doing this for so many years that if I got 100 million followers tomorrow, I'm going to continue doing this.
But you would know what to do with all that attention. You would know how to like make the best out of it, monetize it, and
yeah, I think so. I think with the training that I've had the last decade or so, I think I definitely could capitalize off of it.
I think you need more depth. You know what I mean? Like, that wasn't deep with people. That was just surface level funny fame, you know?
And she didn't even want that. She was like, oh, yeah, I'm not that type of person. Because now everybody's expecting like some raunchy shit for her to say.
Success leaves clues. Look at all the stuff you posted before, and there's a bunch of ideas right there. Things that actually worked in the past that you can just reiterate and make new. I'm about to take your sketch. I'm going to do it myself and see what happens.
Do it. Do it. Low key. Not low key, high key. Do it. It was very fucking easy.
It was super crazy, bro. What a crazy sketch, man.
But also, is that your like audience? Because my thing is adult humor.
I don't care.
Larry just wants any type of attention.
I mean, I just want to. Right now, I'm just focused on posting every single day. So I just want to hit my marker of posting every day.
Yeah.
If that is going to be one of the videos, hey, I don't even care what it does. I just posted. That's it.
What made you want to do that for October?
I just feel like I've been pushing it off for a long time, you know, posting in general. And I'm like, we talked about this where it's like, there's certain things I can't do. I can't reply to comments. I just can't.
That's a big thing, though.
No, I just can't. I've already.
Yeah, but that's a big thing.
No,
that's a huge thing.
I understand.
No,
Nick.
yeah, but you're not understanding because you're doing half. You're not fully doing the work. You're doing half the work at this point.
When at some point I will get to that point. Right now, I'm only focused on posting every single day. That's the only metric I'm measuring, and that's what success looks like to me, is me posting every single day. I don't give a shit about who's commenting. I don't care about responding to people comment, because I know myself, and I know that once I start into that thing of like responding, and then I get stuck in the loop, and then I just lose it.
But if you plan it correctly, that won't happen. Usually, what I do when I post something, like today, I posted a video that I made 2-3 years ago. I posted it. I have a timer. After 30 minutes, I can go there and spend 5 minutes on comments. Then 2 hours later, I can go again for a few minutes to go on comments. Bro, it is extremely important. You know this. You know that.
I do. But I think that it's for me, it needs to come in increments. Like, it's something that I have a hard time already doing, like being the commenter back and commenting, and like it just takes so much of my energy.
Just like their comment. That's usually what I do.
I don't even. I haven't even
responding to the comment is what really does it.
Maybe next month.
I also don't like that part.
I can't do
the
it.
Job.
I just can't do it, bro. I don't give a fuck about that shit. Again, I just need to do one post a day, and if someone drops like a banger comment, maybe I respond. But for the most part, I'm not gonna respond, bro.
But then also
Why
like,
don't you just disable comments?
No, I don't want that. I don't want to
but then
forbid
also,
people.
For example, if there's somebody that's constantly posting on your stuff or commenting on your stuff and you're not replying to them, they're going to feel like, oh, he doesn't give a fuck. So now they're going to stop commenting. So maybe by that point... I don't give a fuck, Nick. I don't give a fuck. So then what's the point of you posting every day?
Yeah, what is the goal with that?
It's for me to break out of my own limitations, because I know that if I post every day, I can build like an audience for sure.
You're right. There you go. To build an audience. For you to build that audience, you need to reply. You need to engage with your audience.
I will.
You know this.
Just not right now. I will, just not right now.
Like, there's people that are commenting on your stuff that are close to you from your personal life. I just don't want, because this happens, I'm sure Marty can attest to this as well. People stop giving a fuck. And then once they stop commenting and they see your post, now the algorithm knows not to even show your post to them.
The algorithm's not going to bully me into responding to people because it doesn't, I don't care. It's
but
not
you
about
do, because
that.
your whole point is to create the audience. You just said that.
It is to create the audience, but I don't need, like, at least right now, like where I'm at tonight, today, at some point, I understand that I need to like get to that level, and I'll probably hire someone to do it, because I just can't. Like, it takes my energy, and my energy is like all of everything I have. So I don't want to give my energy to these commenters. Sorry. Okay. Maybe in the future, I'll have a little bit more like swag with it, and I'll be able to do it. But at this moment, I just can't do it. I think that a personal brand is getting more and more valuable. And like I said, with the connecting with people and stuff like that, it is becoming more and more valuable to me.
Sure, yeah.
But connecting with people is getting more valuable. I'm not going to reply to anybody.
I will if they DM me or something. If they DM me, I'll respond. And even then, I have a really hard time responding to people, bro.
I mean, I think if what you said that you want to grow an audience, I think you should do what you just mentioned, where you'll pay somebody to do it. Pay your sister, pay somebody, pay them $100 to go on your page 3 times a day, 2 times a day, and reply to comments. Because that is necessary. And you know this when it comes to creating an audience and growing on social media, if that is your goal. I understand that you're challenging yourself to be consistent, and that's already a huge thing. But if you want to grow, you have to do that. That's just part of the game.
Just not right now, Nick. Sorry.
Bro, just pay somebody. Porra. Like, it just kills me to see
Nick
you put in
really
this effort.
by this.
Yeah, because it kills me to see you put in all this effort for this and then not do that part, which is so important.
You think that could make or break something?
I think it can definitely help push it for sure. And it's what I said. It's the thing where if you don't reply to these comments, these people that have been commenting on your video are going to stop commenting on your video, because they're going to stop caring because you aren't showing them love or something like that. And you don't have to reply to every time that they comment. Like, I usually do the first hour or the first day. Within 24 hours, I'm going to reply to comments. After that, I don't give a fuck about that video, and I'm moving on to the next one.
I do recognize it is important. I'm not taken away from the importance of it. I just know that for me to continue, this is how I can see myself continue to do it. And then I can get to a point where I can respond. Once I get a little bit more a hang of just posting every day something new, you know?
I could also see it as like a discouragement too, because if you're not getting the comments you want to see, or enough comments per se, that could discourage you from even continuing on, because you might think that no one cares.
Right. I'm literally like posting and leaving and like allowing it to happen, and I'll check again a little bit later. Oh, okay, it's doing pretty cool. Amazing. And I'm back out. Like, I just don't want to like spend time there. You know what I mean? Listening and watching people's reaction to it and like taking people's opinion right now.
Now when you post, I'm going to comment some wild shit. Fuck this guy. He doesn't want to reply to my comments. Day 10 of replying until Larry replies. Or commenting until Larry replies.
All right, guys. I think we've yapped enough tonight.
Yeah, we did.
All right. Guys, if you haven't already, Leave a comment. Do your thing.
I won't reply to it.
Yeah, exactly. Not from
will.
Larry.
Nick will have to reply to every single comment.
Nah.
Yeah.
I don't reply to every comment. If you give me a vague just emojis comment, I'm not replying to it. I'll just
I
like
bet
it.
if I
you write
put you
something,
eggplant emoji, then you're commenting on it.
yeah, I'll be like, você
yeah.
gosta nessa safada.
All right, dude.
All right.